The significance of Ophelia's madness in Hamlet by William Shakespeare. The significance of Ophelia's madness is a topic that has been explored by many critics and scholars, who have offered different interpretations and perspectives. Some of the common themes and issues that have been discussed are: Ophelia's madness is a result of her oppression and exploitation by the patriarchal and corrupt society of Denmark, which treats her as a passive and obedient object, rather than a human being with agency and identity. She is manipulated by her father Polonius, who uses her as a spy and a tool to advance his own interests, and by the king Claudius, who plots to kill Hamlet through her. She is also rejected and abused by her lover Hamlet, who mocks her, insults her, and kills her father. She is denied any voice or choice in her own life, and is forced to conform to the expectations and norms of her gender and class. Her madness is a way of expressing her resistance and rebellion against the system that has oppressed and silenced her. Ophelia's madness is a reflection of her grief and trauma, caused by the loss of her father and her lover, who are the two most important men in her life. She is unable to cope with the shock and the pain of their deaths, and she loses her sense of reality and identity. She is also affected by the madness of Hamlet, who pretends to be insane to avenge his father's murder, and who influences her with his words and actions. She is isolated and abandoned by everyone, and has no one to support or comfort her. Her madness is a way of expressing her sorrow and suffering, and of seeking attention and sympathy from others. Ophelia's madness is a symbol of her innocence and purity, which are corrupted and destroyed by the evil and violence of the court. She is associated with nature, flowers, water, and music, which represent her emotions and personality. She is also contrasted with Gertrude, the queen, who is older, more experienced, and more worldly than Ophelia. She is a faithful daughter, a chaste lover, and a pure maiden, who is loyal to her father and to Hamlet. However, she is also exposed to the dark and bloody deeds of the court, such as the murder of the king, the incestuous marriage of the queen, and the plot against Hamlet. She is also subjected to the sexual innuendos and the misogynistic views of Hamlet, who accuses her of being unfaithful and dishonest. Her madness is a way of expressing her loss of innocence and purity, and of becoming a victim of the corruption and the tragedy of the court. These are some of the possible ways of understanding the significance of Ophelia's madness in Hamlet. However, there is no definitive or conclusive answer, as Ophelia's madness is open to various interpretations and meanings, depending on the context and the perspective of the reader or the viewer. Ophelia's madness is one of the most intriguing and complex aspects of the play, and it has inspired many writers and artists to explore and portray her character and her story.